Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you had mentioned with self-publishing and vanity presses, the lack of editorial systems.
Right.
Since editing is such a critical part of a first novel or second novel or whatever, what do you each do to make sure that what you are publishing or having printed or whatever is, edited to a really good standard? Do you have readers? Do you, what do you do to make sure that the editing is well done?
Let's see. Well, I'm actually personally seeking a proofreader right now.
Seeking a what?
I'm personally seeking right now a proofreader
right
now because I am really bad. I'm a name dropper or a word dropper. I just because I know what I said. And I read it and I see the word Steve, but it's not been typed. And so I'm definitely somebody who always does need a proofreader. I'm seeking one right now. Who do you go through? Or do you go through anybody right now?
You mean specific for proofreading?
Yeah.
No, I basically enlisted the help of a number of people. I know other writers who helped me, edit these. I work a lot with some of the online groups who I would submit sections to, and they were very good at pulling through, checking for the, just the mechanics through it. So that's kind of, I didn't go through, I really could not afford a professional, so I just had to rely on how did the quote go? Rely on the kindness of the strangers.
Rely on the kindness.
Okay, I think I was just trying to push that quote, but
that's okay. An editor will fix it for us.
But
how do you go about distributing your stuff? Since you self-print, do you go to a lot of these, or do you try to distribute online, or what do you do?
Let's see. Well, I'm first off getting started. I'm starting with the internet. I'm starting small with my own page dedicated to this book, and I'm planning to maybe do printings like this. I think I'll do 4 books that break up the first half of the novel, which actually work on its own. And at the same time, I'm actually seeking to do a more substantial publisher. And of course, we talked about actually.
So you're going to try to serialize it to try to.
It does because
interest.
It does because I've actually looked at my storyline, and it does kind of work in almost a serial form. And let's see, it just continues because actually. The novel was probably going to be, if I did it as a comic book, it was going to be the first 2 years of the book. And I thought, well, I can't obviously find an artist to save my life, so here's where it goes. So I think it still has that feeling.
So you think by serializing the novel that you're going to find a publisher?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm not betting on that, no.
Okay.
So, and that's
Well,
interesting
there's
because there seems to be more serialization both of films and writing online these days.
And that's helped a lot. There's actually a story I read recently, I can't report it, but of a gentleman who wrote a book where he had read the entire book and put it out on sort of serialized podcasts, and this helped him land a publishing contract. So, if I think that it's a good, something like that's a good tool. You just got to be able to get, the horse to water. You got to get the audience to it, and then once that happens, then people can start,
Right.
I wanted to ask you about the audiobooks. Would be the same thing that you were talking about with the guy actually reading in character
Yeah.
his books. And
Right.
that does attract a lot of people because they get more of emotion
Right.
when someone actually tells them the story.
Right.
But there's a bunch of them like that they'll read their own, and you can just check it out, and then if you want to read it further, then they sell a book.
Right.
They don't read the whole story, they'll just get you right into it, and you're like, oh man, I gotta find out what happened.
Yeah.
And then bam, I gotta get the book.
And then if you do that, you're going to have to kind of learn how to perform as a reader.
Yeah.
Because you just can't simply
But
read
you
it.
could get a lot of college kids that are trying to be on the radio.
Yeah. Or you can do it yourself.
You'd be amazed how many people would come up.
So it's,
Well, I think serializing the book online, or even doing podcasting, that's a great way, that's a good promotional tool for connecting with readers, but you're not going to get your book published that way.
Unfortunately,
I
if
think
you
you can
publish
sell it that way.
And if you publish it, that, yeah, it's
If
already.
you publish it online, it's already considered published.
Yeah.
And they will, very few publishers will buy second.
Yeah, it's not,
They will buy first
it's
rights.
not a rule of thumb, no.
Yeah, now if you want to have an excerpt or a chapter that, to draw on the eyes, but for anybody, who's interested, if you publish the entire thing online, it is considered published.
And what I think what happened with this particular individual is that, I don't know if this got him for that book,
Yeah, he may have got a second book.
but he had other books that he had written that it had not gone anywhere, and it helped get him.
Okay, so see, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
Because I remember I read about it, and the book is actually available on iTunes now, the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was just reading Writer's Digest, I think it was.
Yeah, I think that's where it was.
Yeah.
It would almost be cheaper to make an audiobook, it sounds like. Because you could just make it into an MP3, sell it for $5, and then zip it to them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that's, different tools are going to work for different people. I wouldn't try to do that because I cannot, for one, I am not an emotive speaker. So after, I'd be the cause of more car wrecks.
Otherwise you have to pay a writer, a reader.
Yeah, and then also the fact that, I tend to be the kind of person who stumbles while they talk, and it would not be a time or cost-effective thing for me. Is other individuals who have, more qualities better suited to that, it may be something that will work for them.
There's this guy, I'm sure people here know him. I can't remember his name though. He had that English voice. He's passed away now, but he was like totally into like the old movies, like I Am Legend was actually a movie off of a movie that he did.
Are you talking about Benson Price, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've gotten audiobooks from him reading
Right.
people's books, and they just paid him whatever to read it. And I'll tell you what, man, just that character and reading someone's lame story, it just totally makes it the book.
Yeah,
It's
that's why
true.
the
It really is
approval,
true.
that's why, I remember when there was that flourishing years ago when there was that I don't know what we would call it, when you would have like celebrities reading
Yeah.
abridged versions of books, and I remember trying to listen to Martin Sheen read Patriot Games, and it was like the most. But that's why they get professional people to read these,
Yeah.
because they can really make it.
You never listened to anything until you heard Rene Auberjonois, the guy who played
Auberjonois?
Yeah, Auberjonois from Star Trek. He was reading a Batman novel once, and he was reading sexy girl voices. Not really good.
It's also, I've also noticed there's a huge now, especially with not necessarily memoirs, but with nonfiction, of actually the author reading their own books as well.
I prefer that, because, I don't know, I just personally feel more personal touch. Like,
Yeah.
I think Neil Gaiman does that a lot.
Mhm.
And he's an excellent reader. I do recommend if you're going to go that route, if you find a place to publicly read portions of your novel. Like, we met actually at a simple Barnes & Noble writer's workshop, where everybody has to, like, sit in front of a bunch of strangers and read their personal work and have somebody they don't know maybe tear it apart, or worse yet, just go, yeah, that's good.